Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Pull my fan away a little bit because I don't know if it's super loud in the microphone. But anyways, I've been thinking about doing that, a Halloween-themed episode. But that's the thing, I'm like, I don't really have, like, scary stories or anything. Like, I'm trying to think, like, I can't really... All I can really say is that I do have Halloween memories, but they're not, like, scary. Like, I remember I got in a fight at my school around Halloween. I just then today I went and got a costume from Amazon. The costume was too small. I actually ripped the costume, so I'm like, bruh, I'm hoping that that's okay. But I'm like, the costume, they should have. I'm saying, man, like they need to like let you know what size you need, or have it where it's better and stuff to like let you know like what size you supposed to be wearing and things. But anyways, but yeah, it's like this is like my first time, cause I alright, so I had bought, so the costume that I'm getting is a Spider-Man costume. I wanted to be Spider-Man in some YouTube videos and all of that, so I'm getting a costume in tomorrow. But it was maybe last year or a couple of years ago, I remember I bought a Spider-Man costume, and that was the weakest costume ever. My thing is, it's like, what's so iconic about Spider-Man costumes is when Spider-Man snatches off his mask. They have it where it's one of those masks that you pull over and it zips up. Spider-Man has never done that in any of the movies. The mask is always a pull-off mask. So I'm like, nah, that is about the fakest Spider-Man costume I've ever had. But I remember I had one when I was a kid. I don't know why, I just always liked the Spider-Man costumes. I remember having one when I was a kid. I had that costume for a while too. I remember I was trying to wear that costume one day and straight up outgrew it. Like my arms was like, it looked like a short sleeve shirt when I was wearing it in some capri pants. Like, I don't know, like I'm like, man, I'm trying to think like all the Halloween, because I remember one year I was Bob the Builder, and then I think another year I was Hulk. And then I think I was Spider-Man, and then I was Pirate, because I was like, because that was, so backstory on the Pirate costume. I was Freddy Krueger one year, and that's what led me into a fight. But I remember, I think there was one year I was a pirate because I did this pirate play when I was a kid. So yeah, I got some acting credit. I think it, honestly, if I think back, I'm like, that was probably the worst acting I could have done. I was like, that was like, it was horrible acting. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, nah, I think if I were to do something like, we were to do like, because I think the play was like called Pint-Sized Pirates. If I were to do that play all over again, I'm about to be like the best. I don't know. I was like, it wasn't so much as that I was nervous in front of crowds and things. I was more so like, all right, am I going to get my lines right? I'm like, that's all that I think I really cared about. But I'm like, okay, if I go over my lines a bunch of times, because that's what we did. Like, they were treating this like a legitimate play and stuff. So yeah, that's cool. I was like, I think they just went, you expecting too much from a kid. Like, I remember them teachers is like, they get mad if you like mess up on your lines and stuff. And I'm like, bruh, like, this is some like elementary play. Kids are supposed to be having fun up on stage and stuff. Yeah, say the lines and all that, but I'm saying, like, y'all being a little bit too serious about this. But anyways, yeah, one year I was a pirate because I already had the gear. But so the Freddy Krueger. So what was that all about? How did I get in the fight because of Freddy Krueger? Yeah, can't even say. Well, that's what had happened was the kid kept calling me Freddy Krueger. And so the kid, we had like an on and off type thing. Like there'd be one day we'll be like, playing around, being cool with each other. Next day we like fighting each other and stuff. So I don't even really know like if we were friends or not, like, I mean, we ain't friends today on social media. We don't even follow each other. So I'd probably say we wasn't friends, but we would hang out. We would have fun and stuff. We'd be laughing and all that and stuff, cracking jokes. So that's what I'm like, I understand that. I'm like, every other friend I done had, like, we would play around, but we wouldn't like get to the point like you play around with him, he'll start crying and stuff. So I'm not like, man, that's just ruining the fun. With all my other friends, like, I guess we were like on that same level of having fun. So like, if we have fun, you know, we if we get hurt in the process, we just gonna laugh about it and stuff. But him on the other hand, this kid, he would be like crying left and right. His sister was cool, but anyways, so I'm sitting down. I think I was chilling. I was talking with like another friend of mine. And so he comes up and he starts randomly calling me Freddy Cougar. So I'm like, yo, like, stop calling me that. It's not my name. And he still keeps calling me that name and stuff. So here's my thing. I don't take bullying so well. I don't take it at all. So I'm not with it. So I'm like, you come at me trying to bully me and things, I will either beat you or I will roast you. One of the two. Like, pick. But I'm not with the whole bullying stuff. So I'm like, you better chill out with all of that. So he wasn't chilling. So I told him, I'm like, if I get up and I start chasing you, you better run fast. Because I'm like, my thing is like, I'm faster than you. I'm stronger than you. Like, this, you don't want this. I'm like, you do not want this. So I suggest you chill out. But anyways, so he still called me Freddy Cougar. And so I can't remember how he acquired like one of those like plastic balls. But it's like, you know, like, it's like kind of like the size of a baseball, but it's plastic. So he threw it at me. Then I got up and he took off running. So I'm like, I ain't even sweating it and stuff. So I was just going to leave it at that. You know, when we cross that bridge, then we will and stuff. But I can't remember like what led to him doing that to me. But everybody is walking out. This kid, I kid you not, he's like chilling on the side of the wall, like waiting for me to go out. So the door is closing. I open it up. This kid, because he was, I don't know, I can't remember if I was a pirate for, well, I think that was, because no, that was my last year at that school. So I think he was just straight, just bite my style, because he was a pirate one year. But he had a sword. He had a plastic sword. He takes this plastic sword and hits me across my arm. And I'm looking at him like, what? Because I'm like, that mess hurt. So at that point, I had just snapped. I remember pushing him against the wall and just laying into him straight up, just punch after punch. And I remember it was this one teacher, she tried pulling me off and I'm still just like laying into him and things. He's screaming and crying. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, but that's honestly what I live by. I'm like, yo, somebody's gonna be doing some stuff to like make me upset. I'm just want to get them to the point where I like cause them to cry and stuff. So that's I'm all like, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of an evil-minded person, but I try not to be. I'm like, if people just wouldn't cross me, I wouldn't have to be evil-minded. But anyways, so I'm laying into him, punching him literally the whole, like, because it was like a daycare. So to explain to you guys, so my mom, she was, so I went to school in West Seattle. My mom worked downtown Seattle. So she had to like wait because I think she had got off at like maybe 4 or something. So it's like probably like an hour, depending on how, and I think it was like, yeah, at that time she had her Durango. So she had to like catch the bus, walk. I don't know how she was overall like getting there, but it took her some time to get there and stuff. So it's probably like 6 o'clock. Then it's probably like an hour and a half to like get home. So we probably getting home around like 7 something and things. So yeah, it was it was a lot. But anyways, but nah, he was like, he hit me with the plastic sword, so I'm punching him, going off on him and things. And then at that point, teacher pulled me off, and I was just all like, at that, I was just like, I was still mad. I'm like, nah, I wish the teacher wouldn't. I probably would have still been punching into him till this day. I was like, I don't know. I wasn't stopping. I'm like, that's what kind of like scares me about like me fighting. I don't know when to stop. So I'm like, that's what I'm like, I don't know. That's like a side of me. I'm like, all right, let's not cross this bridge, because I know if I get into a fight, I'm not gonna want to stop and things. So it's either gonna have to just like somebody pulls me off, somebody's calling the cops or something. But I'm like, nah, let me chill. I don't want to get into no fight. So, but anyways, so he's crying his eyes out. Daycare. So yeah, the daycare. Everybody in the like daycare, like the kids and stuff, they all was like watching and things as I'm just laying into him and stuff. And then eventually, yeah, the teacher pulls me off. I go and walk all the way to the like the daycare like classroom, I guess. And yeah, from there I was like, I remember we got into another fight, but it wasn't even really it was more like a wrestling match, or it wasn't even wrestling. But I just remember he was trying to take me down, and like I said, like I'm bigger than this kid, I'm stronger than this kid, so I'm like, there ain't gonna be no taking me down. So he has me like in a bear hold one day. I can't remember if this was the same month. I just remember there was at another point in time we did. I think it might have been the same month. I can't remember, but we did get into another fight. And he just like had me in a bear hug trying to take me down. So I remember just that time swung him down to the floor. He breaks out, starts crying again. I'm like, stop trying to fight me. You're not going to win. Like, leave me alone at this point. I'm like, I don't want to be associated with you. But anyways, but yeah, that school, I got into some fights at that school. I think it was like all but 1 year I didn't get into a fight. I think it was my first grade year. I remember I got into a fight kindergarten, second grade, third grade, and then fourth grade was that fight. And then from there, I just, I didn't fight anymore. I had stopped. I was done after that. I was like, I retired. I'm like, I already got, too many fights underneath my belt. So I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. But anyways, but yeah, then that was, what else? Oh, I remember so that was another thing about the daycare, like besides fighting and stuff. My Wi-Fi would go out right now. I had to, like, hold on for a second. Something's going on with my Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's like a permanent thing or what, but okay. Back, we're connected. So luckily I was like, it didn't affect my podcast or anything, but I just noticed it was like this like weird circle thing that lets me know like, oh, your Wi-Fi is messing up. But anyways, so I think it was the same year I was like, I remember I dressed up another day as Freddy Krueger. And yeah, that kid, he was dead silent. He never said anything about my costume again. But I remember there was the preschool kids, because it was like, so the daycare, it was like from preschool all the way up until like kids that's like 10 years old and things. So anyways, I'm in there like dressed up as Freddy Krueger. Them kids, because I grew up, like that's one thing that y'all need to know about me. I've watched literally every scary movie when I was a kid. Every scary movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Exorcist, Phantasm, House on Haunted Hills, Night of the Living Dead, literally every movie. When did I turn? Maybe like I've pretty much been watching like every horror movie that's like ever come out, and I have to say probably the only like scary. Well, I don't even know. Would it fall in that? It'd probably fall in the category as a thriller. But hold on for a second. Let me see something here. I gotta close out some tabs because I had like a bunch of tabs open and stuff. But anyways, Signs. That was the movie that did it for me. I remember I watched that movie and had some nightmares. So the nightmare was that, bruh, is my laptop really messing up right now? It ain't even like loading up. Hold on for a second. Let me like disable the Wi-Fi then turn it back on. I'm like, that's weird. I was like, bruh, I was just using it not too long ago. I was watching some YouTube videos. So why is it like all of a sudden acting weird? I'm like, okay. Oh, so it's a sci-fi thriller. Okay. It got a 79, or not 79, 74 from Rotten Tomato. It's deserving because, it's a good movie. It's just when I was a kid that movie, it like really scared me and stuff. But, excuse me. So, the nightmare was that I was opening up a garage, right? And then it was weird. My dreams seriously be the most weirdest dreams. You would have thought like I was like tied up to one of those machines in that movie, Inception. I think that was what that movie was called with Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like, because I was like, I almost say like Interception, but I'm like, that's a football play. So I'm like, it's not. It's called Inception. Okay, so there we go. But anyways, so the dream, it takes place where I'm opening up a garage, but outside is an ice skating ring. No sense. I mean, it would be dope, like you open up your garage and you can literally just take off running and just start skating. That would be a pretty dope idea and stuff. But I know if I were to ever see something like that in real life, I wouldn't go there because I'm like, yo, aliens be chilling there and stuff. So anyways, so as I'm like walking out, then I'm standing there and I remember there was like a friend of mine or somebody was standing next to me and I was just like, hold on, something doesn't seem right. So then I screamed out aliens, and then there was like people that was there, but then they turned and they were disguised, or there was aliens disguised as people. So everybody just starts panicking, running around, and then I'm running, but I'm running like at an amazing slow rate. I'm like, bruh, it was like I felt myself running fast. That's why I'm like today, if I'm ever running fast, I'm like, no. And then, I don't know why I still be feeling like I'm running slow. I just need to like work out and, run more and things. Because I'm like, I swear I'd be running slow. But anyways, but yeah, I was just all like, I saw him running, and then I remember I slipped, and then I started sliding across the ice and stuff. And then an alien grabbed me, and then at that point I had woke up, and I was just like, nah, that's not. And it was weird, like when the alien grabbed me, it was like, I don't know if he was like pulling the mask off or what, but it was seriously a weird dream. And so I knew it was like every time after I had watched that movie, because I remember I had that dream twice, and I think I had it the first time, it was just like, okay, I didn't really know what that was about. Watch Signs. Then right after I watched Signs, had that dream again. And I'm like, nope, ain't watching that movie. I remember I ain't watched that movie up until I think I was maybe in high school, maybe like middle school or high school. I think I was like 14 years old when I had watched that movie again. Because I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not fooling around with that. But after that, like now, I be having like scary dreams, but they don't scare. Bro, my Wi-Fi is really messing up right now. It's like saying no internet. I'm like, bro, there's literally no reason for you to be saying no internet. I'm like, you need to chill out. But anyways, Matt Hardy is on tonight. I'm watching AEW wrestling, and yeah, he's like showing Matt Hardy. Cool. But anyways, no, I've had like numerous scary dreams that's like taking place and stuff in like my own house. About video games, other movies. Like I've had like, I remember I had a dream about Freddy Krueger. And in the dream, I escaped. It was a pretty crazy dream. I don't know why I felt like that. I'm like, that's dope. I escaped from Freddy. And that was like the one and only time when I actually, no, I think I had that dream again. I can't remember when I did, but I think at one point I did have that dream again. But no, I remember it well when I was a kid. I was in the house, and I think he was coming, and I remember I jumped out. And then he just missed my leg when he was like went to grab for me. Just missed it. And I think about it. I'm like, dang, what if he did grab my leg in that dream? Like, what would have happened? I'm like, bruh. I'm like, that's the stuff. I'm like, then I remember I had one dream where I was recording a YouTube video. And so at where my I should show you guys, like, if y'all are curious or ask me about it and stuff, and be like, yo, Tyler, like, show me, like, how the stairs were set up in your house and how did that dream. Because I thought about, like, recreating a dream that I had. Because it was such a dope concept. Like, if it would be a dope movie and things if it was, like, a haunted house, but it was, like, with some YouTubers or something. So, anyways, in the dream, I'm like, because I remember there was kind of like a similar scene in House on Haunted Hills, but I feel like my version is a little bit creepier than the House on Haunted Hills version. So in House on Haunted Hills, so if you guys have seen like that 90s one with Taye Diggs, and it was like a modern House on Haunted Hills, but it was like in 1999, I think, when it got released. But anyways, there's a scene where I guess it was like a news reporter or somebody. It was just the girl that was like running around with the camera. So anyways, and there's the scene where she ends up getting killed. So it shows where she like lifts up the camera, something is there. When she pulls the camera down, nothing is there. It might have been the other way around, I can't remember. But anyways, I think it was like when she lifted up the camera, something was there, or it was like that's what it was. So she'll lift the camera up, nothing will be there, takes the camera down, and she was just like, that's weird. And so, or it might have been the other, I don't know. But anyways, so when she did that, either lifting it up or taking it down, and whatever was there will either be there or not there. Then it just like, ran towards her and just started screaming and being like all loud and ended up killing her and stuff. So anyways, my version of that, because I had a similar dream. So I'm recording a YouTube video. I get to my stairs. I lift the camera up. I'm there. I'm standing at the end of the stairs. But then when I took the camera down, I wasn't there. And it was me that was holding the camera. It was me. I was starting off a video. I was walking around. I was just doing a vlog. And I lifted up the camera. I was there. Brought the camera down. I wasn't there. Lifted. And I did that a few times. I'm like, if I'm standing, then what's that? So then I remember I ran back to my room, and there was this like loud banging on my door and stuff. And I'm like, bro, that was a weird dream. Then there was another dream I had, and it kind of, the house that I was in, it kind of looked like this. I think it's the second house that you go to in Resident Evil 7. But I remember I was like walking like around that house and stuff, and I remember I came to this room, and it was like a weird looking room. But anyways, I went to this room, and then like the walls was kind of like broken up, but it looked like it was like foggy and stuff, like where the walls was broken up at. So anyways, I remember like I'm walking down the hallway and I come across all these mannequins, and it's crazy because in that game Resident Evil 7 there are some scenes where you do come across mannequins and stuff. But in the dream that I was having, I remember I was walking down the hallway and there was all these mannequins just looking a bunch of different ways, but they wasn't looking at me. But then I remember I think I got closer or whatever and things, they all slowly turned and looked at me. And I remember I woke up and I was just like, wait a second, no, go back to sleep. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, I'm that person. I think that's why I'm like, I don't know, something's just not normal with me, because I'm like, bro, like even scary dreams don't even scare me. Like if it's like a sad dream or something, because I remember I had that was probably the dream that did like really have me a little bit sad. But it was a friend of mine's had died. And yeah, it was one of those dreams where I was like, I remember I woke up and I texted this friend and I was just all like, hey, just letting them like know like how much I cared for them and stuff, because I was like, nah, that's a dream like that. I'm like, you wouldn't it's not like a dream that you want to have. I'm like, it's kind of like a messed up dream and thing. So that would probably be the only dream that scared me. But if I'm like getting chased by a ghost or some zombies or something, I'm like, okay, I'm all like, so what, can I turn this into a YouTube video? Can I make this into a movie? Like, how can I turn this dream into a reality and things? And so, yeah, I'm a little bit weird with my dreams, but anyways, yeah, I was like, I just don't like the death dreams. I don't like the dreams where people die, because I was like, yeah, that friend, that's like a very, very close friend and stuff in my life. So I was like, yeah, that dream, I was like, nah, I don't want to have that dream no more. If I gotta like wake myself up, or if I gotta do things, tell myself like I do whatever it takes to wake up. But I think I remember I was like, because it was it was like long before COVID had hit. And I remember I had to like go to work, but I couldn't even go back to sleep because I was like, I do not want that dream to continue. So I was like, I think I remember that day because I was like, I didn't really want to sleep on the bus. Like, I just didn't want to sleep at all because I was like, I do not want that dream to continue. I'm like, I don't want to go back to sleep, and then I'm still dreaming that dream and stuff. So I'm like, if I gotta drink a bunch of Red Bulls to make sure I don't go to sleep and make sure that dream is completely out of my head, I will do that. But I do not want to have that dream again. I'm like, not with anybody. All right, so, but anyways, Wi-Fi's still messing up. I'm gonna see what's going on, but anyways, thank you guys for watching in or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe, and if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you're purchasing any gear from Facilo, make sure you guys use my promo code TMossBoss. It'll knock 10% off of your next purchase. I have an ad on YouTube that should show you like everything that you can pretty much find on the website. And I think they did add some new things to the website, so go check it out. Also, there is a TMossBoss store that is available with merch. I got a bunch of merch up. Face masks, leggings for women, hoodies, because I know hoodie season is coming up here soon. So I'm saying, I got it all. I'm going to add some more stuff to the website tonight. So, yeah, go check it out, because I will really, if like to anybody that purchases my merch, you definitely will be a part of a video, or I'll just, shout you out for purchasing it and things. So do that. I would appreciate it. But anyways, talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.